This video is one in a series of Exchange-related demonstrations, which include the Mailbox agent setup and configuring Exchange policies. In this demonstration, we will create a journal policy for journal and content store mailboxes protected by the Exchange Mailbox agent. Journal policies determine what happens to journal messages after they are archived. In addition, you can enable content indexing in the journal policy. Journal policies can be used for both journal and content store mailbox types. To begin, log into the ComCell console. Expand Policies in the ComCell browser. Expand Configuration Policies. Select Exchange Policies. Right-click Exchange Policies and select New Journal Policy from the menu. The Create New Journal Policy dialog box appears. On the General tab, enter a name for this policy. To delete messages from the server after they are archived, enable this checkbox. This option applies to Content Store or Exchange Server journal mailboxes. For these two mailbox types, this is used instead of a cleanup policy. Select the Filters tab. Here you will define which folders and message types will be archived. On the Include Folders subtab, select the mailbox folders that you want to archive, choosing from the available list and adding them to the selected list. Now select the Exclude Folders subtab. On the Exclude Folders subtab, select the folders that you do not want to archive, moving them from the available list to the selected list. You also have the option of adding folders with custom names. Click Add and then enter the folder names. You can add folder names in several languages within one policy, or create separate policies for each language. Click the Exclude Message Type subtab, then choose which mail objects to exclude. In this example, I will select more than one type at once. Now select the Advanced tab. Here are the advanced options for the Content Store Mailbox subtab. By default, the job will attempt to archive all of the messages which have collected in the Content Store mailbox since the last time the job ran. This allows you to limit how long the job can run. If there are more messages to be archived than the limits allow, the remaining messages are archived the next time the job runs. If you set both options, the option that causes the job to complete sooner takes precedence. Now let's take a look at the Journal Mailbox subtab. Here you can use Exchange restrictions. When this checkbox is selected, any filters that you specified in the policy are applied by the Exchange server. Otherwise, they are applied by the Mailbox agent. Here too, you have the option to limit how long the job can run. If you set all of the options, the option which causes the job to complete sooner takes precedence. These options are multiplied by the number of streams specified in the Mailbox subclient. For example, if you configured 10 streams in the subclient properties and 10 messages per stream in this setting, the archive job completes when up to 100 messages have been archived. Or, you can limit the length of time that each stream can run. For example, if you specify 1 hour, the job completes when the archive job has run for up to 1 hour. On the Content Indexing tab, you have the option to configure content indexing for this policy. Remember, the Exchange Mailbox agent collects message metadata information regardless if content indexing is enabled. Content indexing has additional hardware requirements. Be sure your environment is ready before using this option. The use case and configuration for content indexing is discussed in other demonstrations. Click OK to continue. The journal policy is now ready to use. Remember, some of the options we discussed are available only for the journal mailbox and not for the content store mailbox. Also, The journal policy handles cleanup for journal mailboxes. For the cleanup operation to delete journaled messages after they've been archived, you must select that option inside the journal policy. This concludes the demonstration for creating a journal policy.